All right, so it says that we're live, so we'll give it another 5 seconds. So Remington has been driving himself to and from school, right? And the truck is broken. So it's up at the shop and whatnot. So Remy gets home from school. He's got the car all day. No one can go anywhere and do anything. But I'm streaming. She's working. It doesn't really matter. And I told him that he needed to mow the yard today. Monday and yesterday. I told him he needed to mow it by Wednesday. Okay. So the wife comes downstairs to let me know that she's done working and that the bandwidth should be better soon. I'm like, cool, awesome, because Travis and I recording tonight. She's like, no problem. And I'm like, has Remington come home yet? She's like, yes, he's on the couch taking a nap because he got off of school at 1:30 today, so it was a hard day at school. So he's taking a nap. I'm like, well, he needs to get that yard mowed before 6:30. She's like, yeah, I told him. I'm like, okay. So then we have dinner, and I go, hey, don't forget, you got to get that yard mowed by 6:30. Yeah, I'll get started on it pretty soon. Well, literally as I'm trying to call Travis, I hear the lawnmower outside of my bedroom window, office window. Like, just mowing back and forth. He don't care. I had to call him and yell at him. I guess it wasn't that funny of a story. It's funny in my mind.
It's more irritating than anything.
Well, if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where the kids are just like putting it off. And then when it's the least convenient time in the world for them to do something, bam, that's when they want to do it.
Can you see me on screen?
I cannot, but I can hear you buzz real good. So I'm hoping that the buzz filter is going to work pretty good. No, I can't see you right now. You're a little blue dot on top of another oddly shaped blue dot inside of another blue dot.
Weird.
Well, shall we get to this week's show, episode 97?
It says video isn't working because of issues with the camera.
Uh-huh. It was working earlier.
What fucking issue? Like, I know I'm ugly and everything, but...
I don't think that's the issue the camera could decide.
It's just so upset with my face that it just quit working.
Electronics. Do you smell a burning sensation? Did it try to commit honorable suckapoo? Like, did it go to your bathroom?
Whatever.
And lick the toilet? All right. This is Two Trolls in a Brew, episode 97, 2HG sealed. I assume that means for two-headed giant sealed. What
did I write?
Yeah, that's what it says, right? 2HG sealed for two-headed giant sealed.
Yeah, two-headed giant.
Okay.
Yeah.
You did this stuff. I don't know you. You've only
I don't know if autocorrect fixed anything, and by fixed I mean ruined it. Because earlier I tried spelling jet ski, and it turned it into Jews, and I'm like, what? Why? Why would this turn it in? Why?
Jew skeet.
Because one of my buddies he posted a picture of this dude who was rescuing people in Houston,
right,
on his jet ski,
right,
and there's this old
or something.
Yeah, the old grandma's on the back, and she's all like smiling and everything. I was like, I guess you can't not smile on a jet ski, and it decided Jews needed to be in place of jet ski. I'm like, those are completely unrelated. Just
quickly jump on my Jew and let's get out of here.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what is this?
Slightly different narrative there.
But so that's what happened there. Like, I hate this. I hate computers.
Well, I mean, I have a friend who also hates computers, but the thing is, like, we weren't really, like, not really around. I was around a little bit when there weren't computers, but, like, not really around. And I have to say, for the most part, looking back through history, now is, like, probably the greatest time to be alive so far. That we know of, historically, so.
Right, that we know of.
Right. I mean, because I'm with the Aztecs. This is the Fifth World. Like, Jaguars ate everybody in World 1. then like everyone was on fire, then there was a great flood, and there was something else, and now we're here. So, I mean,
I don't know what was so great about it.
any of those worlds could have been awesome. Those jaguars could have been like fire breathing, Tyrannosaur sized jaguars. We don't know. With bones that don't turn into rocks. Whew. Well, this episode kind of derailed a little bit.
Welcome to the show. By the way, we are real.
Troll cards this week. Demonic Pact is back in Heship Oasis. That's the giant growth land, right?
Correct.
And of course, Demonic Pact is the sweetness. So,
yeah.
How are you using this thing?
We were actually, obviously, of the title goes, we were playing 2HG Sealed on Monday because everybody was like, I don't want to draft. And there was enough people that we actually had 7 teams for the Sealed event on a random Monday because that's how things work sometimes. But then we paired up. Everybody just picked random people. And I opened up 2 Heship Oasi.
Probably Oasi.
And I was running green-white again because that's what seems to be my colors in this format for some reason.
What magically finds itself to you.
Yeah.
That's what I've been finding the last couple of weeks, and I hate it.
What has?
Green-white.
Yeah.
It is not.
I don't know. It's really good. But anyway, so I was playing green-white. My partner was playing black-red. And I was just playing, obviously, big things because I was playing green. And then he was playing pseudo removal. Like, he removed things, but then he played big things later. So, one of the games he had the 2/3 with Menace that when it exerts, it becomes a 4/3 with Menace. You know what I'm talking about, right? The red guy?
The
Minotaur? Right. So, he was playing that, and then I read the card, and you can give any creature giant growth. It's not just your creatures.
But it's a sorcery speed, right?
Right. But the point
so you're
is...
giving it to your 2HG guy?
Yeah, because at the time, like, I had a 1/3, and our opponents only had 1 creature, and my partner had a menace dude. I was like, wait a minute. I'm going to give them +3/+3. You attack for 5. They can't do anything about it. And I did that 4 different times.
That's a lot of damage.
It just got us there. Well, yeah, I had 6 deserts. All of them green and white. So I was like, yeah, no, I can't not do this.
Yeah, it's 1 or 2. It's 1 or 2. So overall, I've got a lot of people asking me about 2-headed giant sealed. Do you guys get to do a lot of 2-headed giant sealeds up there? Like, is it a popular
This
format?
was the first one that we've done.
Okay, and it just kind of happened randomly, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I've tried doing it before, like for pre-releases on Saturday, which I thought would be pretty popular and an easy way to like round out the last. Because you always have a few extra kits, or at least we do. We either sell out completely right away, or we end up having like 12 extra. And
right.
I'm like, if we could just do something for the people who can't make it to like at noon, but only really want to play like 3 rounds of Magic or whatever, but they want to be on the cheap, like they could 2-headed giant. Like there's 6 packs in there. You could make 2 decks out of 6 packs.
Yep.
And this way you could split 1 kit and have a team, and then 2-headed giant. I figured even if you only have, 8 teams or 4 teams, at least you could round robin through. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot you can do. just for fun, but it never seems to fire. But then
Right.
they'll
Well,
come up to me and they'll want to know if they could do it, and it's like, doesn't
and we
happen.
used 8-packs.
And 8-packs are good too. We would have to like probably give up some prize packs to do that, or crack open an extra extra kits. But
Right.
it could work too. Like right now, people are high on the two-headed giant draft, which is great. I would love to do it, but anytime I try to do anything two-headed giant, they don't matter. It doesn't seem to matter. Formats our group doesn't give a crap about. Two-headed giant, anything. Commander.
Yeah.
Any kind of league. The things I get asked about the most. Two-headed giant. Commander. All sorts of leagues.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I don't understand, you guys. Like, I'll take all this time and energy and effort to put something together, and 2 people show up. I'm like, well,
Right.
I guess that's the league. Have fun, you two. Play your games once a week. And it's just like...
Yeah, especially since they're requesting it, they should make some sort of effort to actually show up to what they want to do.
Oh, that's 100%. That's the main thing that kind of irritates me about it. But like this week, I got, I don't know, probably 6 requests. Like, hey man, can we do a Commander League? I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of input. I'll ask. I get the words, like when I was talking to my coworkers about it, I said, so does anyone feel like a commander? And they all just went no in unison. Because they just know that's how it works. We can't even get a free Friday Night Magic constructed to fire Commander.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I don't understand people at all. Oh, I want to do this. Hey, we're doing this. I can't come. Okay. Speaking of come, real quick, I don't want to make the announcement of what the actual cards are, but the arena got some
Pirates.
Oh man, I totally forgot about pirates. We have to talk about pirates too this show. Dang it.
What were you gonna go and say then?
No, I was gonna say we solidified a big announcement for the upcoming modern PPTQ at the arena, which is October 1st, I think. And I'm just kind of roughly remembering what the prices of the cards were. So 6, 9, 1, right? A little more than $1,000 of cards for the top 4 prizes have already been solidified. So if you're within the sound of my voice and can make it to Salina, Kansas for a modern PPTQ, there's going to be some good prizes. And again, those are just the top 4. I got a flyer coming together. We've scanned in the actual physical cards we're giving away. I don't think it's a spoiler to say they're all vintage playable cards or vintage desirable cards. So
isn't everything vintage playable?
No, not everything, but vintage desirable.
What's banned in vintage?
Anything with the word hang on, I'm thinking. Anti?
Oh, right.
Like all the anti cards are banned. And then they had a banned list, but they may have just made everything restricted. I don't know. I'd have to look. But I also heard someone was telling me that Monastery Mentor got put on their restricted list, which I think
that's busted.
Sweet. Yeah, well, you don't have to tell me. I know it's a busted Magic card, but I've been trying to bust it in other formats. Oh, Demonic Pact. So I was digging through boxes on Monday while I was doing my play testing, right?
Okay, with you so far.
Looking for just whatever. I ended up picking up like a bunch of Goryo's Vengeances and a bunch of standard cards that I needed, and just like a bunch of weird things like modern playable buddy lands, stuff like that. And whatever. And I'm trying to keep an eye out for potentially fun and exciting decks for me specifically to play in Frontier. Because again, I'm trying to have this really fun Frontier tournament coming up. Because I think it's a format that my community will really like. The price is right to kind of like get into it. It's like a nice bridge between modern and standard, I think. And for me, I think it's a worthy format to kind of fiddle around with. There's enough wiggle room to like really brew and be creative about, but it's not so big that you get lost in the cards. For me, like that's not true for everybody. You've got a modern brew this week, it looks like. Not to drop too many spoilers on the show. So I'm going through this box, and my other deck that I have a deck list for. No, this is last week's version. I don't have. I'll take a snapshot of this week's version and put it on the website with this week's notes too. Oh, I did. I sent it to you. That's where I took the picture. Anyway, so I was playing it. It was doing well. I didn't love every instance of it though. Basically, it's a version of what I played last week, but I took out the blue cards, so like no Flip Jace and no Reflector Mage, and instead I put in things like Crackling Doom and a single Nahiri to kind of like give me that value back. And I really liked it, but it still wasn't quite what I was looking for. So flipping through these boxes looking for things, and I happen to find a run of demonic packs. So now my entire world is bent around brewing around demonic pack, like for the last.
It's a good brew.
Couple of days. I sent Travis like a rough couple of ideas. And I'll also throw it up there. I'll throw it up on the table or on the thing in a second. But do you remember what you said?
I said neat.
But after that, because the version I had sent you when I first was like outlining the ideas was like, hey, maybe I want demonic or harmless offering in here. And in the list that I ended up sending you, it's not in there. And you're like, no, use the offering. I have a signed playset, which means nothing to me. Please explain that statement. Like, how does that help me that you have a signed playset?
It doesn't, but I'm glad that you now know that I have a signed playset.
It was just completely random, and I'm just like, I don't understand.
I'd show you, but my camera thinks I'm ugly, so I can't show you.
Oh man, it's not the only one. So
Truth.
This deck list, I don't know if this is right, but basically, I was talking with somebody, and I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about playing Demonic Pact, and he's like, be sure to play Platinum Angel. I think it was Mops actually, and he goes, be sure to play Demonic Pact or Platinum Angel. I'm like, yeah, Platinum Angel's not in the format, but Gideon of the Trials is. So
I'll be right back.
Okay, you be right back. I'm going to ramble without you by myself, because sure, why not? So anyway, Gideon of the Trials gives you the ability to make an emblem that says as long as you control Gideon Planewalker, you can't lose the game. So Demonic Pact, of course, says at the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. And the last option for Demonic Pact, hello. The last option for Demonic Pact is lose the game. So if you Gideon emblem, have a Gideon on the table during your upkeep, you just pick option lose the game. You can't. And then it no longer matters. You get the rest of your Demonic Pact triggers for free. Or you can do it later. Like, hey, I'm going to 4 damage and then gain some life and draw some cards and discard some cards. Oh, and I'm going to Gideon emblem this turn. So, I don't know. I think it'll be some fun. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. Right now, I have the White Kitty God, 4 Goblin Dark Dwellers, 3 Gideon of the Trials, 3 Gideon of Ally Zendikars, Fatal Push, Ultimate Price, Angelic Purge, in case I need to get rid of Demonic Pact another way, Crackling Doom, Kolagon's Command, and Read the Bones to kind of make it all work. I don't know. This could use Nahiris. Probably, honestly, could use Nahiris. Could also use like a sweet big finisher. Like an Eldrazi Titan or something along those lines. But I figure as a first crack, I haven't even built a mana base, but I figured as a first crack is probably a good place to start.
I mean, it definitely seems fun. I was a huge fan of Demonic Pact when it was in Standard, just because basically we were playing, like, my buddy built the deck. I didn't actually build it because I was like, I'm too aggro right now. I just want to swing. But he built a Sultai control because that's his guild, right? It's Sultai, or his con.
Right.
And basically every standard he has some sort of Sultai control slash mid range deck. So he actually built one that had the 4 packs, bunch of draw spells, a ton of removal, and then he either beat you before, like, he just outvalued you with the pack, or he bounced it and then played it again.
Well, I had a
Like,
version of this, of the Demonic Pact that ran Demonic Pact and like the Crush of Tentacles, and I mean it was Sultai too, and ran
yeah,
like the it ran the Time Walk comp. They're not really Time Walk, but I called it. You play the morph thing that didn't protect your unmorph, regrow your thing. Like it was all in there.
right.
It was a lot of fun, but kind of looking at some of the decks in this format, I don't know, man. This is a crazy format so far. Just like peeking around the edges, trying to see what's out there. Like there's some shenanigans that could happen. I don't know if these things are so strong that they can make a dent into modern, and they probably can at some point. But like this colorless desert deck, this black colorless desert deck, it could just be a contender all over. I don't know, but
Wait, there's a colorless.
black
It,
desert deck.
huh.
It's
Okay.
like deserts, a bunch of black spells, a bunch of Eldrazi, Tomb of Urborg or Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth or whatever. It's like fix the black and like just insane good black removal spells. I mean, again, keep in mind that Fatal Push, Ultimate Price. What's the Delve one? Something Murder.
Murderous Cut.
Murderous Cut. Like all these cards are in the format as like just 1 or 2 mana black removal spells, and it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just crazy efficient, especially when you have the ability to be like, I'm gonna cast this 3/2 that require this Eldrazi. If you kill it or if I trade with it, I'm gonna flip over the top card. I'm either gonna draw a card or I'm gonna put a land into play. So I mean, it's just the deck seems very good to me. So I don't know. I'm excited to explore this format in a lot of ways. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just excited to use Demonic Pact again. It was one of my favorite cards when it was in Standard, and I'm kind of excited to try it again.
I mean, I always had fun with Frontier whenever we got our 3 people to play it, because we all played different things, but it just, I don't know, it's not big enough here.
And see, well, and that's just it. This is for me,
that's a bad thing about living in a small city.
You live in a much bigger city than I do.
Still small compared, like, if you're talking about like a Magic scene.
Right.
Because I was talking with Steve when I was in Denver, and he said that every Wednesday they fire a modern event that holds like 30 plus people. I'm like, oh, that makes me want to move to Denver alone. Just
right.
Wednesday, 30 people to play modern with.
I mean, there's different areas of the country Magic is at different levels. And I definitely think that it should be bigger where you're at. It should be bigger where we're at. And I'm working on growing it slowly but surely. And we've expanded the player base, and we kind of got people coming in for more free Friday Night Magics or drafts or whatever. And like they're ready to kind of dip their toe into bigger, more competitive formats, but I don't think they're ready to go all the way into modern.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'm hoping that this is going to take off for us. And I know if you were here, I would have no problems making this a format for us, right?
Right.
Because you're one of the people who is really good at like energizing the base, like even more than like I do. I try to do a good job. I'm not going to say I do a good job. I try to do a good job getting them energized. But apparently I'm not so great because I can't get them to actually show up for a Two-Headed Giant event that they asked for. But, you know, I try. And, you know, this last weekend was the first weekend back to school. And we didn't have the hugest post-school turn back out, you know, because a lot of our kids go off to neighboring schools. But I think we still had like 12 people playing Standard. Or Modern or whatever, and I apparently didn't get moved from Draft to Modern like I thought I did. Neither did Remington. So the two of us just sat there and answered judge questions and stuff. So we had 14 to 16 people who were ready to play Modern who just were sitting there. And the Draft only had like 7. So it didn't quite fire. But I was just like, man, I wish we could. If we can get 12 people for Frontier on a regular basis, and again, I'm talking once a month, I think that for me, that would be a relatively successful format for our area. So I don't know. I'm excited for it. Hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully Demonic Pack will just come down and do what Demonic Pack does. And now I really want to play that other version. That Sotai version. I really also want to make Getting into the Trials do his thing so I can play all sorts of fun. Like, I also want to play that card that lets me take another turn or ends their turn or whatever, but then I lose the game at the end of the turn. Like, I just want to play it too and be like, Getting into the Trials. And then, does it go to the graveyard when you cast or does it get exiled? That red spell. You know what I'm talking about?
Gideon?
No, that red spell that, like, ends their turn.
Oh, Glorious End?
Yeah.
That one, it will do.
Like
I have it right here.
Turn, right? So I can.
Yeah, it ends the turn.
Okay,
so you can do it on.
Well, my question was, does it exile itself? Because if it doesn't, then I can Goblin Dark Dwellers it back.
End the turn. Exile all spells and abilities on the stack, including this card. So yeah.
Yeah, I figured it did. So can't Goblin Dark Dwellers it to not lose to end the turn, but I don't know. I love these kind of things. And I was looking for more ways to like abuse it, but I don't know. We'll see. There's also like Starfield of Nyx is in the format, so it's totally possible you could just go like black-white enchantments with things like the Black Trial to make people sacrifice their enchantments. There's like the enchantment that says every time you play an enchantment, make an angel. There's like 10,000 removal spells that are white enchantments. Like, there's so many ways you can go in this format. So I have no idea. There's just heads exploding with possibilities, and I haven't even gotten that deep into it yet. I still have 2 more weeks to figure out a deck. All right. Let's see. I have Life is Disappointment written down.
Nice.
Oh, because I didn't get a draft this week, which I kind of talked about already.
Same.
I was sad. Same. Oh yeah, you sealed it though.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
I got to play a different version of the best format.
Yeah.
Limited.
So did you guys win? I didn't catch that answer or that part.
We went 2-1. So the game that we lost, my partner decided to draw only 3 lands. I, on the other hand, decided to draw 10 lands.
2 lands. Oh.
Well, no, 10 lands plus the blue-green dude that taps to make 2 butthole mana.
Mm-hmm.
And the Manolith.
So did you have anything awesome to play with this giant amounts of mana?
Oh no. I just put in all the big things and that was it.
Like, yeah, I played Ulamog in my deck.
How did you play Ulamog?
I opened
Playing
one in my
Hour
box.
Sealed.
Look at my partner just admitted that somehow really weirdly I opened one in my packs. It was so
One of the
weird.
dudes that was playing. He opened the Thoughtseize, the
Nice.
Invocation. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
we were all pretty upset with him.
And
I
you
mean, we
should have been.
congratulated him.
Oh boy. Let's see. What's next? What's next? This new modern brew. Let's hear it. What do you got? Color me a word picture.
All right.
Or send me a picture.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to send you a picture because I just kind of started doing it. And so far, I have 3 cards in the deck. And this is where I need your help. All right, so the cards that I have so far, Seismic Assault.
Okay, love it.
Okay, Faithless Looting.
Okay, love it.
And Shadow to the Grave.
Okay.
That's the colorless and black instant that
Right.
return all cards to your hand that entered the graveyard if you cycled or discarded them, or however it's read.
Right. So
yep, that's the plan.
I think, and you might get mad at me, but the first thing that I think of when I add this, when I want to play this deck, because I'm already on board, right? I want to add Swans of Eris Boil or whatever it's called.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Other people already suggested that, and I think I don't want to do that.
Oh man, but he's so good. So
yeah, you know what else is good? Not doing that.
Yeah, the problem is what is your card draw engine to? Because if every land you draw is a lightning bolt, right?
It's a shock.
Or a shock. Sorry, a shock. That means you need 10 lands to kill your opponent from 20, assuming no life gain. Which means not only do you have to find your Seismic Assault with your land draws, or with your draws and your card filtering, but then you also have to keep enough lands in your hand to successfully get going. Now, with the From the Grave, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Shadows from the Grave or something.
Whatever it is. With that card, that gives you an opportunity to do... you really only need 5 cards in one turn, or 5 lands in one turn.
Correct.
So that helps, but I still think you need to be able to get those extra lands. And I'm not exactly sure the best way to do that. I would also suggest you roll like a molted... the red enchantment. You have to pay a red and discard a land. Or maybe it's just a card, but it also shocks.
Yeah, Molten Helix or whatever.
Yeah, run like 1 or 2 of those.
Yeah, I know it.
Just to round it out. But yeah,
right.
That's where the Swans are just like the best card. Like, I shoot this thing, I draw a card. However, you have a new card that does that, Travis, or something similar in the spoilers.
Oh, do I?
MTG Salvation. I remember...
What colors is it?
I think it was red.
Okay, then I'm on board. Because if it's not Rakdos, I don't want it.
I think there was a dinosaur. And you, like, whenever it takes damage, you draw a card.
Okay.
I don't see it. Maybe I'm full of... Maybe it's a different color. Because the red one that I'm seeing says whenever it's dealt damage, it deals 3 damage to an opponent. Which could also work.
Right.
But I felt like there's one that said when it takes Enrage, draw a card. I don't know. I haven't read the spoilers as much as I probably should. But if it's not Rakdos, you don't want it.
I am planning on a playset of the hollow one in the deck too.
Yeah, I think you
I
have to play something like that.
Yeah, because then I can play that on turn 2.
Right. That's reasonable. Man, I swear it was red. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see it, bro. I may be a giant liar.
It's possible.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Wouldn't surprise me. Sure.
So a green card is out of the question. So like, definitely no life from the loam.
Nah, because I want to like. How much have those things gone up again?
I have no idea. Probably. But I mean, you could always run the creature version.
What do you mean the creature
No,
version?
no. Okay, so first of all, I found the dinosaur I was looking for. It's green, and it says it's a 4/5 for 4, green, and 2, and it's enraged whenever it's dealt damage. Draw a card. So you could shock it twice and draw a card, but that's not necessarily the best.
Well, I can shock it twice and draw 2.
Right, but you could also like run Pyroclasm with this on the field. Draw a card. Pyroclasm is pretty good if it says kill 2 dudes. Draw a card.
Right. Well, and I planned on, if it wasn't a land or a draw spell, it was going to be like either spot or just straight up removal, like board wipe.
See, and like, I wonder, is there a colorless creature that you could use to like sneak a land into play or something? So you could get those lands going again, and then Kolagon's command. I don't know, man. There's got to be. You have to have some sort of card draw because you're probably going to need like 15 to 20 cards to win that way.
Yeah.
And Modern is just it's a turn 3 or turn 4 format now. So even if you keep your 7 and draw 3 cards, you're halfway there. So you're going to have to come up with something.
I could just play like an 8-rack style against them.
Yeah, and then like eventually turn extra lands into stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I almost bought a pile of Luxodon Smiters yesterday. Because they were like, I don't know, $1 each, and Todd had a whole bunch of them in those boxes.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have any of these. Maybe I should play this. Maybe I should just play green-white little kid decks in Modern. Maybe that's the way to go.
What do you mean little kid deck?
It's just like undercosted big creatures.
Oh, okay, so a Stompy?
Yeah, but it used to be called like green-white little kid.
Oh. I always called them Stompy. Like, you're just playing big things for cheap, and then they're like, oh, well, I guess I have a Tarmogoyf. And you're like, yeah, well,
I've got 2 4/4s.
I hope your Tarmogoyf can live through this experiment one.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I like the deck that you're talking about, but I like it with the Seismic Swans. And I think I personally like it as red-white. And I could see splashing black because I'm all about that Mardu and that Crackling Doom. And I like the idea of your card that the Shadows from the Grave to regrow a bunch of stuff back. To just, I mean, if nothing else, it makes it easier. And I think it draws you a card, right?
Shadows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I feel like it returns everything and then you draw a card. Maybe not. Maybe it just returns everything. And people just use it to regrow all their cyclers for free.
Yeah, they just regrow the cyclers for free.
Yeah, and they just continue.
It doesn't let you. It doesn't draw.
Okay. Well, it feels like it because they get all their cyclers back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can go with it. I would have to think about it. If you have suggestions for Travis's deck, email us. The number 2 trollsbrew@gmail.com or tweet him at twitter.com. Yeah, twitter.com/turtlepower319. Let him know what you think. He loves suggestions.
Even the bad ones.
Especially the bad ones. So should we look at the spoilers for just a little bit? Like, I have not looked that much at it at all, but I know you are probably madly in love.
Oh, yeah. Well, the artwork on it is already, like, way better than... What was the set before this?
The
Because Amonkhet, I mean, yeah, it has some cool art, but it's not like the most eye popping. It's the set before that. Was that
I have
Shadows or
our
BFZ? BFZ.
well, the set before Amonkhet was Kaladesh.
Kaladesh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, no, like it. So far, it has artwork that is better than Kaladesh and Aether Revolt, and I absolutely love that artwork.
I like a lot of the Kaladesh artwork though.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you're
there's
gonna
a
like a lot of this artwork.
I think I will. Like, for example, the first one that I just happened to see here that kind of stands out to me is the Gorgine Ceratops.
Ceratops, sure.
Is it Ceratops? I don't know.
Oh, it's white. I forgot to look at the white cards because I don't care about that color.
It is expensive as a 7-mana 3/3 double striker dinosaur, and it says whenever it attacks other creatures you control, they double strike until the turn. So that's really cool. But I think I just like this bright gold, rainbow, red, yellow. I like these bold colors. I'm tired of my Magic cards being dark. So are we doing an art, like look at the art and pick our cards? Or are we looking at the cards in general and want to talk about some stuff? Because I kind of want to talk about gays. Jace, the Sailor Man.
Okay, so I am for once really looking forward to playing with Jace.
Right, because if there's anything you like to play with, it's sailors.
Right. Mainly the awesome looking ones. But no, like his artwork is cool, and then he has some abilities, I guess.
He does. So we're back to the era of 3-mana planeswalkers again, which I think is pretty cool. For 3 mana, you get a 3 loyalty planeswalker +1. Whenever one or more of your creatures you control deal combat damage to a player this turn, draw a card, and then discard a card. So he turns all of your guys into not really looters. I mean, your attack step turns into a looter. So like, if one creature gets through, you loot once. If 2 creatures get through, you loot once. Unless they have double strike, which I think could be cool. -2 makes a 2/2 illusion creature that says when this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. And for -5, you create 2 tokens that are copies of Jace Cunning Castaway, except they're not legendary. So like this, plus the white card that doubles all the tokens when they come into play, or the green card that says double all your tokens when they come into play, or double all your tokens. Like, you can have some shenanigans if you want to have a bunch of Jace Cunning Castaways.
Yeah.
I think
for once he's going to be an aggro Jace.
He could be. I mean, again, the ability to give your creatures the option to become a loot is pretty strong. Somebody had mentioned that if you doubling season this Jace, it's infinite, which it's kind of nice, but I mean, again, it doesn't win the game going infinite, lot like some of the other ones. Like, what's the blue? There's one of them, like, when it alts, you get to cast a spell from your library and a spell from your opponent's library.
Yeah, Jace Architect of something?
Maybe. So you, like, play that one and then get another Jace or whatever it is, and then cast the best 3 spells out of your opponent's deck.
Yeah.
Like, that basically wins the game. I think this is just going to be like kind of like fun, screw around, shenanigan Jace.
Right.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
I think what he's like.
I think he. I think he's going to be an aggro Jace for once, simply because he makes a dude. I mean, sure, it's a very vulnerable dude, but not only does he make a dude, he also loots with attacking.
Right. Well, my question is, do you think that it had flying at one point and they decided that was too powerful to like -2 to
The
make a 2/2 flyer.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
I just feel like this illusion is just going to die to everything. I
Oh well.
mean, it literally just says, "Target me with anything. Don't even follow through. Just target me."
Attack me. Why?
That's right.
Shut
That's
up,
right, bro.
nerd.
That's right. So what else has got you excited besides Walk the Plank, which we did not make fun of last week that we should have?
Why would we make fun of that?
The easiest jokes in the world for Walk the Plank.
Like
Destroy
what?
target non-merfolk creature. Well, does it kill krakens?
Yeah.
Does it kill water elementals?
Yeah.
Like how? I don't understand.
It drowns them.
Does it kill turtles, Travis? Does it kill turtles? I've never thrown a
Yep.
turtle off of a bridge and seen it die.
Well, can you see underwater?
I've seen them swim away.
Well, see, there you go. You didn't make them walk the plank correctly.
I guess. I don't know.
You're supposed to bound them up.
Okay. But that kills a water elemental? By drowning? Okay.
If they can't like move, then eventually something's going to eat them. So there you go.
Okay.
Black cards don't care about logic.
Apparently not.
Neither do pirates.
Do you have a pirate that you want to talk about?
The Grixis pirate.
The Grixis pirate. I have not, like I said, looked at a lot of these gold cards.
She makes my heart pump. I think I'm in love with her.
This marauding looter that came out today, I think.
No, the legendary one that came out like months ago.
The legendary Grixis pirates.
Yeah, Admiral something or another.
Oh, I see her now. Admiral Beckett Brass.
Yup.
So for 4 mana, she's a 3/3, and other pirates get +1/+1. At the beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who has dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is this your new commander? Are there enough pirates that you're just going to play the pirate commander Grixis now?
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's blue and black pirates already, plus all the ones that haven't been revealed in this set, plus Kari Zev is also a pirate.
Right.
So, I mean, there's...
I assume there's enough pirates to make it work.
Well, yeah, in my mono blue pirate deck right now, I mean, it's pirate themed, so everything either has the artwork that is pirates, like pirate related, or all the creatures are pirate related, like there's pirates, krakens, octopus, leviathans, all those things.
Right.
But I think just in the mono blue one, I have 12 different pirates from older sets. I can't remember exactly. But
there's a few pirate ship and some good ones.
Yeah, and then that doesn't even include all the what you call it, Dimir pirates, the blue-black ones.
Gotcha.
Because
I'm just
Ramirez
asking,
de Pietro.
can you get even crazier on the pirates or not? That's all I'm asking. And it sounds like the answer is yes.
Like any pirate that comes in this set, I'm gonna throw it in the deck. I don't even care if it's good, because that's how it is right now.
So I'm actually kind of excited.
You're a pirate. You're hired.
For this dinosaur card, Belligerent Brontodon.
Is that the Naya one?
He's green and white, but each creature you control butt fights.
Yeah. Have you seen the Naya dinosaur?
This avatars thing?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love a Trample Vigilance Haste 6/7 for 100 million mana?
That. What else does it do?
Oh, God, there's so many words. Whenever this thing deals combat damage to a player, reveal that many cards from the top of your library, put any number of dinosaur creature cards from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest onto the bottom of your library in a random order. That's too many. That's a lot of dinosaur cards in my deck.
Yeah.
I want like one of these things to fireball my opponent to death. That's what I want. Unless one of the dinosaurs says when it comes into the battlefield, untap all your creatures and you get another combat this turn.
That's what the combat celebrant's for.
He's not a dinosaur.
It doesn't matter. He'll celebrate with them.
We have a new Make 3 Dudes card.
Really?
Call to
I
the
didn't see that one.
Create 3 1/1 white vampire tokens with lifelink.
Is it just white?
It's white, black, and 2.
Oh. I guess it's worth splashing.
So that's cool.
Is it instant speed?
No, it's a sorcery. Just flip your hands up in the air because you don't care. What about all these pirate ships? Are they going to make it into your sweet deck?
Are you talking about the vehicle ships?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going in there.
I think they learned from some of their mistakes of the other vehicles. Like, they don't seem quite as overborne as they did before. But to be fair, we haven't got, like, a bunch of expensive ones yet. So we have, like, a 3-mana 4/3 that crews for 1, which that seems about right for a power level in my mind. And it has a converted mana cost of 3, so you can play the 3 mage and go get it, put it in your hand, and then you can play it and have a thing to crew. But like this Dusk Legion Dreadnought is 5 mana for a 4/6 vigilance thing, but it crews for 2. Like, these feel like reasonable things to me. Not like remove a counter from a planeswalker you control and have a 4/4 flying vigilance lifelink. If your opponent takes damage, you can go ahead and slap him across the face for 2 mana. Or for 2 mana, have a 3/3 flyer that draws you a card and discards a card anytime you attack or block with it, and it turns into a vehicle for like 1 mana, and you get to slap your opponents across the face. Like, that just...
Yeah, unless they had some sort of like one mana removal spell for artifacts.
Right, it was insane. Absolutely insane. That being said, probably going to figure out a way to play copters in Frontier.
I mean, figure out a way. You just put them in.
If they have creatures, I'm thinking about it. I said this deck that I'm looking at right now doesn't have a lot of creatures in it.
Oh, well.
That's true. Oh, well. Well, I don't know. I tell you what. How about we wrap up the show and you give me like 5 cards that you think the artwork is just sweet that's spoiled so far. How's that sound, buddy?
All right. Since you can't see me anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and leave this video call so I don't have to look at your ugly face either.
Oh, I'm sad. Okay. SamusGarobo.com.
Haha, you're sad.
For this and all past episodes of the show. Send us an email, the number 2, trollsbrew@gmail.com. Twitch.tv/SamusGarobo, Twitter.com/SamusGarobo, TurtlePower319 at Twitter.com is Travis. All right, Travis. What are the sweet artwork cards? And I will try to find them and put them on the screen for you.
All right, so go to the land.
Go into the land, doing it.
Right? Do you see Treasure Cove already?
I do. It's the first one.
Yeah,
So
that looks sweet.
This is an artifact that turns over, right, into this land. I do kind of actually like it.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's an artifact that turns over into...
Oh, it's just a land.
Oh, no. Now I gotta look.
Okay, well...
Transforms from treasure map.
Whatever.
Yeah, I like these new card frames for, like, the transformation stuff. I'm gonna click on artifacts real quick, though, while you're Yeah, it comes from Treasure Map, which is a 2-mana enchantment
Okay.
artifact, or 2-mana artifact. And you pay 1 and scry, put a landmark counter on Treasure Map. Then if there are 3 or more landmark counters on it, remove those counters, transform Treasure Map, and create 3 colorless treasure artifact tokens.
Hey,
So
I believe you.
no, read. Okay. What else do you want to look at?
So that's the first one. And then well, we already discussed the Admiral Beckett. So I really like the artwork on that. Then there is Hostage Taker,
What?
also in the multicolors.
Okay.
So it's a 4-drop 2/3 with Dimir colors. When it enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature until it leaves the battlefield, and you may cast that card as long as it remains exiled, and you can spend mana of any color to cast it.
Wait a minute. So it exiles it.
Right.
So
It exiles it for as
pulls
long as
from
Hostage
play,
Taker is in play.
and then you can cast it, right?
Yes.
Which means it's yours now.
Yes.
Then you blink this Hostage Taker and take another thing?
Yes.
Okay, this card. I'm on board with this card.
Right?
Yeah, I think this is a thing.
Uh,
Okay, what else you got?
well, okay, so that's what, number 3?
Sure, let's call it number 3.
Okay. Then I think it was in this color. Pretty sure. Yeah, green.
Okay.
Tishana's Wayfinder.
Okay.
What it does is irrelevant to me. The color is irrelevant. I just want to see that foiled.
Yeah, green girls are hot. Green
Yeah, I just
purple
want to see
girls are
that
probably
foiled.
the next hottest.
All right, that's number 4. Number 5, go to black.
Oh no. To the blacks. I've clicked.
I'm gonna let you try and find it before I say what it is.
I feel like the card that you're going to talk about is Revel in Riches.
You got it.
Because you like shiny things.
I do like shiny things. And then this also has a fun win condition too.
Yeah, if you have more than 10 treasures, you can win the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that being a card that you're into. You like weird win conditions. Give me one more.
Yeah, one more. Now I have to go find something else.
Oh, you didn't have any more? Fine, I'll pick one.
Is there a color? Nope, there's
I'll
no
show
colorless. I'll show
How about
you.
this Prosperous Pirates in blue?
The what?
The Prosperous Pirates? There are too many P words.
Yeah. You mean P letters?
Yes. P letters, P words, all the P's. Too many P's.
Yeah, no, I do like that. The artwork on it.
Yeah, like
carrying
around.
Oh, this is ours now.
Look how happy we are. Look at all of our treasure, matey.
And then look at the card right next to it.
Okay, I gotta like jump around to get there. This River's Rebuke.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, this is it. This is the guy. A bunch of merfolks sinking a ship.
Yeah, but look what it do.
Return all non-land permanents. Target player controls it. Okay, I'm on board.
Yep. It's a board wipe that has a pirate ship.
But it targets a player.
Yeah.
So it's one-sided.
And it has a pirate ship.
You're right. How could I possibly not just instantly value the card because it has a pirate ship on it?
I don't know. You're probably dumb.
Probably. No probablys about it, most likely.
Yep, there you go. Troll on, everybody.
Troll on, everybody.